Hi there. So in my previous vid, I talked about painting up a Custodes, and I said I wouldn't do gold and red because that's generic. Look at what I've done here. Obviously, it's very messy, but I've kind of done the complete opposite of gold and red. I know I said leave suggestions, but I actually kind of asked my family, and then my dad said to me maybe silver. And I thought, oh, that's nice. And I said silver and blue. So the armor is like a silvery sort of color, and the cape and the plume are blue, and the rest of the details are black. I like the black blade. I think that's good. Obviously, it's a bit messy, but this was like a first attempt. This is like what the color scheme is and will be. Obviously, the rest is just tidying it up a bit, adding stuff to that base, painting the base up a bit maybe. But yeah, so the color scheme is kind of like the complete opposite of a regular Custodes. He's a silver and blue with black rather than a gold and red. And I really like it. I really like the combination of silver and blue. It works amazingly, in my opinion. You can disagree if you want, but too bad. I don't care. Yeah, no, that was stupid of me. So yeah, I so I have a few paints here. I didn't actually use all of them. What I did do, that blue is where the camera. That blue is Macragge blue, and that silvery color is actually just Runefang steel. That black is Abaddon black or Abaddon black. I don't know. I think Abaddon just sounds nicer. Abaddon just sounds a bit pretentious to me. But yeah, and I did a obviously this is messy as well, but this guy's supposed to be like my chapter master for my homebrew Space Marines. And he's got a scythe and all that. And the reason why I'm talking about him is because the entire purpose of my Custodes here on the camera, my Custodes is to basically, if the chapter master does anything even slightly heretical, the Custodes comes on in, he goes in, and he decapitates the chapter master. He kills the chapter master with, and this might sound cringe, but I've given the Custodes' sword a name. It's the Anathema Blade. And what it kind of does is it steals your soul when you're killed with it. It steals your soul, basically. I was thinking, oh, it could perma kill people, it destroys their soul, but that's too disgustingly powerful, and that's something the Emperor would do. And I think instead of just annihilating souls, I thought, how about it just steals souls? So it's the Anathema Blade, or a Anathema Blade. I hope that is not a name that already exists in the 40k lore, because if so, I'll have to change it. Maybe I could name it the Obsidian Blade or the Oblivion Blade or something. You can give suggestions for that in the comments. But yeah, this is my Custodes. He's part of the lore of my homebrew Space Marine chapter, as I literally just said, comes in, chapter master does anything slightly heretical, he goes in and assassinates the chapter master. That is his entire purpose. You may be thinking, why does a homebrew Space Marine chapter have access to a Custodes? Well, put it simply, the Space Marine chapter that I've made are of traitor gene seed and need to be watched incredibly, incredibly closely. In fact, they're so paranoid about becoming traitor that if they have any, is it neophytes or aspirants? I think neophytes, actually no, aspirant. If they have any aspirants that show any semblance of psychic potential, they immediately lobotomize them and turn them into a screaming servitor. They turn them into a servitor in order to avoid any sort of, psychic potential. They basically don't want another Typhon situation. They don't want another callous Typhon situation where, pretends to not have psychic powers, then chooses the opportune moment to betray their allies and causes everyone to fall to chaos. They refuse to allow another thing like that to occur. Obviously, there's a lot of lore there that I'm still conceptualizing. Maybe one day I can make a full video breaking down all the lore for my homebrew Space Marines. Obviously, I'm not the best at painting. I mean, this is actually a first attempt, to be honest. This is a pure first go. This is not tidying it up or anything. This is just purely first try. Obviously, I can tidy it up a little bit now and there. I mean, some of the black details might not be as good, but I like it. I kind of like the black boots and the black sword. But I think overall I'm happy with what I've done. If you like any of what you see here, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If there's anyone going to even be in the comments, it's usually just me. But I'm happy with it. I'm glad I did this. I'm glad I bought this Custodes. And since this video is getting near 7 minutes now, I'm going to say thank you very much and bye-bye.